Thank you, Madam Deputy Speaker. The Honorable Prime Minister, Deputy Prime Ministers, Cabinet Ministers, Honorable Leader of the Opposition and fellow Members of Parliament, ladies and gentlemen. Mr. Speaker, sir. Mr. Speaker, sir, I rise to provide a brief on this August House on the update of works undertaken by TSLS in 2025 under the coalition. Mr. Speaker, sir, one of the strategic priority areas for TSLS is ICT transformation for business process improvements, data intelligence, and sophisticated service delivery. And I am proud to say, as one of the line ministers, that TSLS has done remarkably well in this area. TSLS is now proven to be amongst the most technologically advanced public sector institutions in Fiji, based on the imperatives of the generations of core customers. Mr. Speaker, sir, on 9th January, TSLS launched the Learning Enrichment Management System, or LEMS. This is a dynamic digital hub enabling students, I know that the students of USP are here, to access learning materials, track their academic journey, and interact with industry speakers. This system is a game changer that brings education into the digital era and better connects our young minds to career opportunities. The intended outcome is to reduce failure rates, poor pass rates, and non-completion of student studies as reported in the past. Mr. Speaker, sir, further embracing technological advancements, TSLS launched the AI integrated 24-hour service chatbot, offering 24/7 assistance to students on scholarships, allowances, and bond details. This signifies capitalization of modern technology tools, such as artificial intelligence, in providing accurate, instant support, ensuring no student's query is left unanswered, including the non-official business hours. Madam Deputy Speaker, as per the amendments of the TSLS Act in the 2024-25 national budget, the function travel clearance, guarantor clearance, bond enforcement and clearance, and recovery of unserved bond is now with TSLS, effective from January this year, thus making the organization a one-stop agency in providing convenient public service. In taking over the responsibilities, TSLS has developed and launched travel and bond clearance portal, moving towards highly efficient and paperless system. The portal was launched on 9th January 2025. This has been lauded by sponsored students, graduates, guarantors, and key stakeholders such as border controls at the Nandi International Airport. Madam Deputy Speaker, to clear graduates from bond services, TSLS has signed an MOU with Fiji National Provident Fund on 23rd of January of 2025 to verify employment records before issuing bond clearance letter and delisting the graduates from Fiji immigration watch list. The coalition government is not just creating opportunities for learning, but also for entrepreneurship. And on 31st January 2025, TSLS co-launched the Graduate Business Startup Grant Scheme in partnership with the Fiji Commerce and Employers Federation, offering training, resources, and funding for new graduates with bold business ideas. The selected students have finished the training and will be given the grants in 2 weeks' time. This is the first ever such initiative to allow graduates to become job creators instead of job seekers. Madam Deputy Speaker, the sponsored students or graduates returning from abroad who are issued with temporary travel release and as such are required to delist their guarantors. Many sponsored students and graduates forget this process, and hence guarantors get into issues with their overseas travel. To bring efficiency and automate the guarantor delisting process on 10th April 2025, TSLS launched the TSLS guarantor QR code kiosk system. The new system facilitates a secure and efficient process wherein users engage with an interactive kiosk that guides them through a few steps to complete the guarantor delisting process. This eradicates the need for current manual and time-consuming through emails. The 2 kiosks will be installed at Nandi International Airport by end of June. Madam Deputy Speaker, on 10th April 2025, TSLS also launched the TSLS Scholarship Data Intelligence Platform to enhance the reporting facets of the organization through advanced reporting and data analytics with the incorporation of the artificial intelligence. TSLS had a wide range of scholarship and student data, and the new platform transformed the current data into a collective, understandable, and easily interpretable format within a single platform. Madam Deputy Speaker, TSLS Alumni and Employer Connect portal was also launched on 10th April 2025. This platform strengthens the connection between scholarship recipients, alumni, and employers in Fiji. This provides a centralized hub for job opportunities and professional networking, as the portal ensures that the TSLS-funded graduates do seamlessly transition into the workforce. It not only helps job seekers find the employment that matches their skills and qualification, but also enables employers to access a pool of talented and highly educated candidates. Madam Deputy Speaker, to bring efficiency in the collection of reports and information from Tertiary Education Institute, TSLS had also launched TSLS Partner Tertiary Education Institution portal. This new portal allows the tertiary education institutions to upload enrollment reports and student grades, and TSLS can directly access information from the portal. And TSLS uses this information for allowance processing, reviewing scholarship continuation, and learning enrichment session. Madam Deputy Speaker, TSLS also launched the My TSLS mobile app on 10th April 2025. This app provides a comprehensive one-stop solution for all sponsored students' requirements, consolidating academic details, sponsorship details, support services, and application procedures into a single integrated platform. The platform will house all TSLS services, including scholarship application details, sponsorship details, travel and bond clearance application and updates, TSLS Employer Connect facilities, and the TSLS Complaint Management System. Madam Deputy Speaker, these initiatives are not just technological upgrades, they are a reflection of a vision for a more responsive, efficient, and empowering education system. This year's 2025, highest new scholarship recipients are from the Skills Qualification TVET scheme, as 4,118 awards had been given. Madam Deputy Speaker, significantly more scholarships were given this year compared to the last 3 years. The new awards in 2023 were 4,731, and in 2024, 7,662, when compared to 8,700 in 2025. This year's figure is a clear testament that the coalition government scholarship policies are more successful, as more access and equity is provided to Fijians to pursue tertiary education dreams. Madam Deputy Speaker, upon analyzing the 8,700 new scholarships by ethnicity, the Tauke students received the largest portion with 6,181 scholarships, which is 71%, followed by Fijians of Indian descent students with 2,278 scholarships, or 26%. The remaining ethnic groups, Rotumans, 74 scholarships, or 0.85%, Chinese, 2 scholarships, or 0.2%, and others, 165 scholarships, or 1.9%. Madam Deputy Speaker, the gender distribution of new scholarships in 2025 has 55% female and 45% male. And this indicates a positive shift towards gender empowerment in scholarship distribution. In addition to the new awards, there are over 10,244 continuing students on the Fiji government scholarship. Therefore, if new and existing sponsored students are added together, a total of 18,944 scholarships were given out. Madam Deputy Speaker, the coalition government has assisted unemployed youths and adults with micro-qualification grants in automotive, in construction, in hotel and tourism, in white goods repair, and existing small business operation. After round one, 1,802 students were assisted, and round two applications are currently being processed. Therefore, to give a full picture of the total students assisted so far, which includes scholarships, study loan and grants, is 20,746. And this is the highest after year 2020. Madam Deputy Speaker, government is proud to announce that out of 20,746 under total scholarship and grants, 53% are females. Moreover, this year, the highest number of new scholarships taken in is in Tibet, which shows government policies are aligned to employment and workforce demands. Madam Deputy Speaker, the Q2 application for the Skills Qualification Scheme is currently open. An application for semester 2 will begin in mid-May 2025. The government is encouraging individuals who missed out earlier in the year to apply. Madam Deputy Speaker, today the coalition government is not only preparing our students for jobs, but also preparing them to be leaders, innovators, and entrepreneurs. At this point in time, I thank the TSLS, being an outstanding institution of excellence in business processes, re-engineering, and service delivery, as well as effectively implementing the coalition government's policy.
Thank you very much.